Hi everyone, welcome to QuickBooks Online Advanced Training. My name is Loretta Finnis and I run Quick Business Bookkeeping Solutions and Loretta Finnis Consulting. I am a trainer for Intuit QuickBooks Online Australia and I do specialise and help business owners take control of their business using QuickBooks Online. Today's agenda, we'll be taking a look at what exactly is QuickBooks Online Advanced and how it can actually help you in your business. So we'll explore what is in QuickBooks Online and who is it ideal for. And then I'll take you into a live demonstration and you can see exactly what QuickBooks Online does. Now, QuickBooks Online Advanced is the newest member of the QuickBooks Online family. What makes this edition so exciting is that it means businesses can settle into the QuickBooks platform knowing it will support them through their various stages of their business cycles. So first up, when they first get started, they need to send out some invoices. They might want to track some expenses. They'll start with Simple Start. Then they may need to manage supplies and bills. Maybe they want to add multi-currency. That'll be essentials. And then they might want to start tracking inventory. They might want to take a look at the different jobs, projects, locations, and budgets. That'll be plus. And now, with our newest family member, QuickBooks Online Advanced, it can support thriving businesses that would like more automation, customization, and control over their business. Now you can see there's a lot of great new features in QuickBooks Online Advanced, and we'll take a look at some of these today. So those upgrading from another QuickBooks Online plan, such as Essentials or Plus or even Simple Start, you can upgrade to Advanced, and it will include everything that is in the Plus version along with these additional features. Now, first of all, you can see you're going to have up to 25 users. You're allowed to have 25 users now, 25 team members in your file. So if you have more than the 5 team members, guess what? This will be the way that will help you run your business now, because you're allowed to have up to 25 team members. You'll be able to back up your data. There's up to 156 custom fields that you can track, and you can also create those specific roles for your team members with specific permissions. There is also work-related expenses where your employees can capture the receipts and then they'll be directly in your QuickBooks Online and you'll be able to approve those. You can create your own management report packs. You can view how your business is performing via the new Business Performance Center. And this is the one I like. You can recode transactions in bulk using the reclassify transactions feature. So if you've made a bit of a mistake and you've realized, and instead of having to change them one by one, you can bulk reclassify those transactions. And then one of the big ones in my mind is the ability to assign and track tasks to your team members, as well as creating workflows with notifications and approvals, such as invoice approvals, quote approvals, bills approvals. So you can see how good Advanced will be for your growing business. Now, who is it ideal for? Well, yes, when we look at the Advanced product and we think who is it ideal for, it's really hard to pinpoint. As we know, every business is slightly different. They have different needs and different quirks, of course. But I can tell you from the data that Intuit collected on the hundreds of thousands of businesses using Advanced today, and that is globally, they tend to be in the construction or professional services. They may have revenues greater than the $500,000. They may have, or they may need complex workflows, and they may need approval processes in their workflows. They want to automate repetitive tasks to save time and reduce errors. They have enough staff that they need more visibility over their activity. They want flexibility in the reporting so they can see the data points that are important to them. And of course, if they have over 5 team members, this is perfect. And also we've got the ones that don't want to give up the desktop software because they like the peace of mind of taking a backup. And as you I will show you, we can now take a backup with QuickBooks Online Advanced. Of course, if you don't have QuickBooks Online at the moment, you can switch from another solution such as Xero, MYOB or Reckon. You can convert that data, and all you need to do is simply head over to the website. On the footer of the main page, of course, you'll be able to find a little heading called Switching to QuickBooks Online. Follow the instructions and you'll be able to upload your data from the other solution into the new QuickBooks Online Advanced. I'm going to show you where that is a little bit later on when I go in to do the live demo. Now, what I want to do is just sit on this for a little while, because what I'd like you to do is take the QR code, and what you'll find is it'll take you to an area called Getting Started Hub, where you can scroll down and select the QBO Advanced User Manual. So the QuickBooks Online Advanced User Manual will be found in that Getting Started Hub. Just scroll down. So I'll just sit on here for a few minutes. That way, if you want to download it, have it handy on your desktop, print it up, you'll be able to go through each new feature in greater detail. And I do plan to get through most of them today. Just sit on here for a few more moments. Okay, now, today I want you to meet the business called Zippy Electrical and Data Services. Business owner, Damien Chow. He's been running his business for quite a few years, and he's actually grown his business to the point that he needs more help in running the business. And he does have an accountant and bookkeeper in the firm called Natasha's Accounting and Bookkeeping Solutions. And he reaches out to her because he realizes Natasha's the expert, the advisor, and he needs her help. And in talking to Natasha, he does tell her that he's actually added a new payroll guru, and he wants the payroll guru called Jenny Knight, because she's an expert in all things payroll and admin, and he wants her to help not only with payroll but also bill payments. And what Damien says is that he sort of wants to oversee what she does for a little while, make sure that she does the right things by him. Then also he tells Natasha that he's put on a sales manager because she's great at doing the sales, and he wants her to run his sales team, which allows him more time to be able to run other things in his business to grow. So we'll take a look at that, because Natasha has a chat to Damien at their meeting. She introduces Damien to QuickBooks Online Advanced, and she shows him all the great features that you've just seen. And Damien is quite happy to move into QuickBooks Online Advanced because he realises he needs to give both Jenny and Melissa different permissions in their new user roles in QuickBooks Online, because he doesn't want Melissa, the sales manager, to be able to have a look at payroll or bills. So that way he knows that the sales team is the sales team and his admin team is the admin, helping him run his business. So we are about to go live. So just give me a few moments while I move over to the live demonstration. Okay, we are now in the Zippy Electrical and Data Services QuickBooks Online file. Now, before I go ahead and show you how Damien upgrades, I just want to go back to the intuit.com.au website. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Hopefully I don't make you too dizzy. All the way down to the footer, and you can see make the switch to QuickBooks. So if you do not have QuickBooks Online Plus or Essentials, you can, from your old data files such as MYOB, Xero and Reckon, you can move over. It's pretty easy. Just follow the actual process here. You just choose whether it's Xero, MYOB or Reckon, and let's just say it's MYOB, and you can see you've got some steps to follow. So that's how easy it is, and you can have free up to 2 years worth of data. And of course, if you have any issues, there's a 1-800-917-771 number you can call. So let's get into the Zippy Electrical and Data Services, and we're going to move to Advanced. And all we need to do is go to the accounts settings under your company, accounts and settings. If we go to billing and subscription, you can see, it actually has moved to a new area. So I'm just going to wait there, and it's going to take me directly to that spot where it's going to show me. At the moment, I've got a QuickBooks Essentials, and I want to upgrade my plan. And you can see these are the 3 plans that we have. So we've got Essentials, we've got Plus, and we've got Advanced. There is also Simple Start as well, but Damien has got Essentials at this moment. And if I just scroll down, you'll be able to see all the great new features in Advanced that I went through. Okay, so Damien's quite happy with that. So he's going to choose that plan. And as you can see, done. Welcome to QuickBooks Advanced. And all he does is he clicks, he's made it very easy. Let's just do this. We'll submit that, get started. And now when he goes into Zippy and Electrical and Data Services, it is now a QuickBooks Online Advanced. Now I am in the Zippy Electrical and Data Services file that Damien has had for quite some time, and you can see there is some data in there that Damien can read, but more importantly, have a look at the left-hand side navigation bar. We have tasks that now are found in the Advanced that we don't have in Plus or Essentials or Simple Start. Transactions, this is where you'll find all the bank transactions, that's the same. Sales really hasn't much changed. The expenses haven't changed. Customer leads, that hasn't changed. If you've got the Plus, reports and performance center. Now, this is the performance center that I'll show you later on when we're doing the reports. Payroll hasn't changed. Projects, I just want to show you projects really quickly because you may not notice or you may not realize how you can use projects really effectively. Damien has got 2 projects in the system. Now, don't forget he's an electrical business, so he does electrical fit out. So he's got one out there for ballet school fit out. The customer's called Jenny's Ballet School, and he can see straight away that he's got income of $6,000, but he hasn't actually billed out the costs. The other one that is running at the moment is Roy's Outdoor and Fishing Centre. The customer is Roy Fisher. He's actually invoiced out, so the income's $145,000, and he also has costs as well. And if I just quickly click into this cost, I can see really quickly that at the moment we're at 77.5% profit margin. There's our income, there's our costs, and there's our profit. So I just wanted to show you that quickly. You do have that in Plus at the moment, but I just wanted to show you how you can set it up because we'll be taking a look at more of this in our advanced training today. Then we've got budgets. Budgets are now found in your left-hand side navigation bar, where originally it was found under the administration area, top right corner. Workflows. This is brand new, everyone. Workflows. This is one of my favorites. So we'll take a look at this in more detail later on. And then, of course, the GST Centre, which you should know about if you're running your business through QuickBooks Online. Now, the other new features that you'll find is under the administration cogwheel, under, let's just say, manage users. Take a look at this. You now have under manage users a new tab called roles. And this is where you can specify the different roles and permissions for different employees. So you can see I've actually set one up called, or Damien set one up called Payroll Chick, and she only has access to payroll and bills and expense claims. We'll take a look at that later on. Reclassify transactions, love that, guys. I'll show you how to use that. That's new. All these should be in your Plus. Audit log should be in your Plus. You won't find backup company in your Plus. So this is brand new as well, guys. And the other one that is new for us is custom fields, and we can actually set up to 156 custom fields, okay? So we'll take a look at how that works as well. So let's go back to the users, accounts and settings, manage users. As you can see, Damien has set up his 2 new full-time employees. Jenny Knight, she's now payroll chick. Melissa Parks, sales manager. Let's take a look and see how he set up Melissa for the sales manager. He clicked on add user, added in the name, of course, and this is where you select the different permission for different staff. So he chose sales manager. Under sales manager, this is what she has access to. So you can see she's got access to invoices and quotes, but she doesn't have access to receiving payments and sales receipt because that's up to the bookkeeper role. Reports, yes, she's got access to all the sales reports, but not expense or payroll reports. So you can see how this is now really giving you a better permission and a new assigning to different users for their different roles, okay? So let's just say we're going to set up a payroll lady, okay, from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call this one, I know we've already got Jenny Knight in there, but this is what he would have done. Oops, let's spell Jenny Knight correctly. And we're going to, Jenny's email. Here we go, Jenny@gmail. Now, what do we want to set her up as? And we've already got a role called payroll chick. And you can see that, yes, she will have access to bills. She can approve bills and expense claims, because when we set up the new user role called payroll chick, we set up that the payroll chick is allowed to have a look and process all these different features in QuickBooks Online. So she's got payroll, she's got reports, but only to expenses and payroll, but not sales report. And she's got partial to account management reports. And that's how you would set up a brand new user. Just going to close that out of there. And I'm just going to go back. Okay. And you can see Jenny Knight has been set up, Melissa Parks has been set up, and you can see with all the different users now, we've got different user roles, okay? Now, the way that you set up the roles is if you click on roles, and I'm going to add a new role, you can see there's various roles already set up for you. But if there's something that you need specifically, just choose add role, and we're going to call this role just payroll only. Oops. You can see just add in a description. So what do we want to give access to this payroll person? Here we go, payroll. So needs grant access, okay? So you can see that payroll will only be accessible in this new role that we have set up. You can see that the reports are set up that she has payroll reports full access. So that automatically did that on quickly while we chose payroll, and there's no access to sales reports, no access to expense reports, etc. And that is the way that you set up a new role. So we'll just choose save role. And what it does is it's actually letting us know that we've already got this role already set up. And this way you don't duplicate. So I'm just going to go back. So I was just letting you know that it won't allow you to duplicate a certain role. Okay, so really handy, guys. You can just set up whatever specific role, whatever specific permission you need to the actual user. And of course, the accountants, you are allowed to have up to 3 accountants. Okay, so it could be a bookkeeper, an advisor, and an accountant to take a look at that. Okay, now the next thing that Damien wants to have a look at is the task area. And the task area has been set up that we have the payroll task every Tuesday for Jenny, and he also has assigned a task for Melissa for a sales meeting review. Okay, because what actually happens is the sales meeting is every Monday, but he'd like Melissa to review every Friday afternoon that all the reports are ready to go. And let's just scroll down and you can see we've got weekly sales meetings set up. So we'll view that task. And this is the task name, weekly sales meeting. It's been assigned to Natasha, but you can see that you can assign it to any other staff member. In this context, by the way, guys, we're saying that Natasha Rockman actually works with Zippy Electrical and Data Services, so she is an employee, because when we set up the new Melissa and Jenny, they haven't had a chance to go in and actually, once the invite went out, what they need to do is actually accept that invite. If they don't accept that invite, they won't come up on this particular assign area. So for this particular exercise, we'll just pretend that Natasha's an employee at this stage. So she's not Natasha the accountant. She's Natasha Rockman, who is an employee to Damien. So the due date is the 8th of December. And the recurring task is, you can see he set it up weekly. Every Friday, it's going to end on the 31st of December because they're going to revise their meetings when they're going to run their meetings. And in the notes, he's saying to his staff member, Natasha, please review all the sales for reports from all your sales team members. Make sure they're entered and they're ready for Monday morning's meeting. She can upload a document. She can select a document if she needs to. So that is the way that these tasks are set up. Okay, weekly sales meeting. There's a couple of other things in here, bookkeeping, monthly reconcile. Let's scroll down. We've got 2 pages of tasks. And this is the one that I'm looking for, is the payroll weekly. So Damien set up payroll weekly, and we'll take a look at that. View, edit task. This is the payroll weekly. And again, it would have gone to Jenny, but we've got Lauren Fixups, who's an employee as well, and she does payroll. So we've assigned it to Lauren Fixups. The date, the recurring task is, yes, we want it weekly every Tuesday. And again, we've just done the end to the 31st of December, but you can say never if you want to. And the notes are payroll as per timesheet. So he wants her to run the payroll as per the employees' timesheets. And then what he wants to do, Lauren to do, is ensure that Damien revises the payroll before the pay slips get sent out. So it was just reminding Lauren, make sure you do the pay run per the timesheets, but I want to check them before you go out, before it goes out. And again, Lauren can upload a document and select a document if she wants to, and click save. So you can see there's got some great tasks in here. Monthly meeting with Damien to make an appointment, monthly IAS, payroll weekly, weekly doc test. So you can see that the staff members are adding in their own tasks. That's all the open tasks. What's due today? Oh, we don't have anything due today, so we're doing good. What is overdue? You can see we've got a few overdue tasks. Upcoming, it actually lets you know what you've got coming up as well. And what have we got completed? So Luke, our star staff member, has gone in, reviewed all these invoices. Okay, we've got page 2. You can see he's been a busy boy, our Luke. And also Lauren Fixups has also been busy as well, because she's contacted Damien to check in for the accounts receivable as well. So the notification settings are here. You can assign tasks. So there's a notification. So when that staff member logs in, there'll be a notification to check her tasks, and also completed task and updated task and deleted tasks. You can choose which one you want to have notified. So where you would go to add a task is click add task. You put the name of the task in, select whatever employee, whatever date you want it to start at. So let's just say we want it to start every Friday. We want it recurring. The start date will be the 29th of December, and we want it weekly every Friday, right? You can say you want it monthly if you want to, on the last Friday of the month, etc. Add in your notes. If you want to, you can upload a document from here so that the staff member has a look at the document, such as a checklist. That way you give them more information what they need to do, and you click save. And that's all you need to do for tasks. So you can see how this will help your staff members run your business by just giving them that extra notification of the jobs that they need to do. Now the workflow. The workflow is awesome, everyone, because this is where Damien takes a look because he wants to set up approvals on quotes and also invoices going out to certain customers. So he's going to take a look at the workflows, and he also wants Melissa, who's the salesperson, to when she raises a quote over $300, he wants to actually get an email. So that's a notification, or he wants to approve it. So this is where we would go in and have a look. So these are all the templates that you can customize. Okay, you can customize any one of these templates, and you can see there are a lot of templates. So let's just say notify about expenses created. So let's click into that one. And the work type flight, we'll just call it expenses. Send a notification after the expense is created or after it's updated. Let's just say created. It'll go to the company email, which is you, and it'll give you this email. You can see if I do a variable such as shift hashtag, you can see I can add in what other variable I would like. I won't add anything in at this stage. Don't change this sentence because this is where it gives the instructions behind the scenes to send you out the new expense. So when this happens, an expense amount is greater than or less than. So you can see you can filter if you want to see all expenses. So if it's all expenses, you say greater than 0, right? Or if you want to see expenses that are greater than 100 only. So you can tailor this to what you need. And then, of course, save and enable. Now, if I want to find a template saved by invoice, I'm not quite sure which one it is. You can see I want to set up a approval or get an unsent invoice reminder, an overdue invoice memo. Right? Or let's see what we find in bills. So in bills, we can do a bill approval. And I've got some made up already in my workflow, so I'll show you these. So you can filter it as well. Under my workflows, have a look at what we've set up, or what Damien set up, I should say. Now, the expenses this is the one that we've just set up. All right, so Damien, because I'm Damien, don't forget, if I click into edit, this is what it looks like. That's the expense. That's the one that we've just done, yeah? Let's go out of there. Discard changes. So you can see that this is the workflows that we've set up. So we've got a workflow for bill approval for Officeworks and Facebook. So every time we set up a bill for Officeworks and Facebook, we need it approved. And how did we do that? Let's click edit. And you can see the workflow on this is slightly different because this is one of those when you want this, you can do this and so forth and so forth. So this is when this was set up. It says the bill is created or edited and the supplier is either Facebook or one other. So if we click in there, it's either Facebook or Officeworks, and the bill amount is greater than 10. Now, if we wanted to add in another supplier, let's just say we want to add in TLE Electrical. Here we go, add that in, and you can keep adding conditions. See that? You can keep adding a lot of conditions. All right, let's click save. So we've just changed that. And then what actually happens after that is that the request approval needs to be approved by Natasha. I can go in and I can actually change that to Damien. So Damien wants to approve all these now, and it's going to be emailed out to Damien. And you can see you can edit that as well. So there's the edit there if you need to change the actual email going out. But we're just going to click save, and we're going to click save there. And it would come up there. So you can see all the different workflows that has been set up. So that's your bill approvals, get unsent invoice reminder, invoice approvals up to $1 million. We've also got the approval the invoice approval for Roy Fisher, because Damien wants to keep an eye on Roy Fisher because he does a lot of business with Roy, but he wants to keep control over his credit. So he's actually set up, and let's have a look at how he set this one up. And he's actually said that the workflows, whenever an invoice is created or edited, I open that up, the customer is Roy Fisher. You can see you can add in other customers if you want to as well, keep control of their credit. Invoice amount is between 0 and 9999982. You can keep adding conditions again and save. And again, this was going out to Natasha Rockman, but Damien wants more control and he wants it to go out to him. So it's going to be emailed. There's also a push notification as well. So if he has his mobile app, guess what? He'll get a push notification through his mobile app. And let's click save. I'll just untick that because we don't have Damien set up on his mobile app at the moment. And we'll click save. So now whenever an invoice is set up, Damien will receive an email so he can approve that invoice. And that's how easy all these workflows are. So do take some time and play around in the workflows because you can really set this up to be able to run your business and approve what you need to approve. Reminder, if you want to see any invoices going out, any overdue invoices, the quotes are really good too. So in this particular case, Damien wants to see all the quotes created over $100. And again, how was this set up? This is how it was set up. So we've actually called it quote creation over $100. Send notification after quote is created to the company email. So that'll be to Damien. And again, this is the instructions. And this is where when a quote amount is greater than or equal to, so that should be 100, or you can change whatever amounts you need. You can add different conditions and click save. Damien will receive an actual quote going out and he can check out all the quotes that have been created over $100, as you can see. That way he gets more notification and he gets more control of what's actually happening in the business. Now, the next thing that we want to take a look at is revenue recognition. Now, revenue recognition is when, let's just say, Damien sends out an invoice for the whole 12 months because it's probably a maintenance invoice that he sets up. So you'd have the same. It could be over 3 months. It could be over 4 months. It could be over 5 months. Now, he does not want to see the full 12 months in his profit and loss. He can review that invoice to be seen in his profit and loss month by month or whatever he chooses. So he wants to only see the invoice or the profit in a particular month, not the whole 12 months in a month when he sets up that invoice. So let's take a look at that and what's Damien looking at. So we'll go over to the products and services first. Now let's scroll down as we do have one set up and it's called monthly maintenance paid monthly and invoiced annually. So let's take a look at how Damien set this up. So if we scroll down, we've got this new little feature and it's called I recognize the revenue for this product, and we've chosen monthly, but you can see you can choose it. It's taken us directly to the area. Revenue recognition, it's turned on. Okay, learn more, and you can learn more about it. I'm just going to close that down. To monthly maintenance, click edit. And what this will do is whenever we send out an invoice and we use this particular product name called monthly maintenance, it will split up that revenue over the 12 months. Okay, recognized risk revenue over 12 months. And the liability account is the deferred revenue. So that's going to go into your balance sheet. And you can see the duration is 12 months, or you could do years as well. You could do 6 months if you wanted to, okay, and save and close. And that's all you need to do. Save and close, and we're done. Now, let's take a look at the way that Damien would set this up. So it's a new invoice. And the client name is Mary Jones Ballet School. Now, the product and service that he's going to use is the monthly maintenance. Now, you have to use the service date. So you need to use the date that the first month starts on. So if we say that we start on, let's just say the 1st of October, then the actual revenue recognition will be, the first month will be October, November, December, etc. So we'll choose the 1st of December. And this is commercial monthly maintenance, paid monthly, billed out annually, and it's $1,800, $1,800. But in this particular case, Mary Jones has got a couple of ballet schools, so he's actually given her a bit of a discount. And this particular ballet school, he's actually going to charge her $1,500 per month. So we've got 12, $1,500, which works out to $18,000 a year. Make sure that is exclusive of tax, because we don't want to lose out any money for the GST. So it's $18,000 plus GST, which is $19,800 for Mary to pay. The other things I want to make you aware of, these are the custom fields, and I'm going to show you the custom fields in a moment. But in this particular case, we've actually set up a custom field called sales rep and lead generation. The sales rep is whatever sales member has brought in this particular sale. And in this particular case, it is Rick R. The lead generation is, how did Mary find us for this particular sale? And she actually found us via a customer referral. Okay. And this is what we need to be able to run better reporting, so we know what our salespeople are doing and where are the sales coming in from. So we've just set up sales rep and lead generation, but you can set up whatever it is that you need for your business. Okay, it might be by different locations, or it might be different customer referrals. You can add in a different customer referral. So if you maybe pay commission for a particular to a different customer that does send in referrals to you, we'll go in and actually set one up later on so you can see what that looks like. Okay, we've got the date correct. Now, location, we'll say that this is in Victoria and she is commercial. And we take a look at locations and classes, because that's going to give us more of a better reporting system. So we know where all our invoices and sales are coming in from. So you can see we've got quite a few great little reports that we can set up just by this invoice alone. Okay, and we're going to save and send, but in our case, we'll just save and close. And now what we want to do is just go into that actual report to have a look at the revenue recognition. But before we do that, I just want to take you into the custom fields area. And you can see we've got lead generation and we've got sales rep. So let's have a look at our sales rep. And this is where we've chosen the custom field to be via a drop-down list, and I'll show you what it looks like in a moment without it being completed. And you can see if I need to add in a new staff member. So our new staff member will be Joe J. So that's male Joe with an E. Tab, you can see we now have a new salesperson. The category will be anything to do with customers. What do we want to do? Where do you want to find these custom fields? As you can see, we found it on the invoice, but we also want to filter it on a sales receipt, a quote, adjustment note, refund receipt, and purchase order. That way we know where this particular sale is actually coming in from, and the quote, it might have an adjustment note that it reduces the actual sale. So that's what we want to have a look at. And let's click Save. Now we've got one for a lead generation. We'll click Edit, and you can see the lead generation is also done by a drop-down list, so we can choose any one of these and add items. So this is the customer referral that we were talking about before, and we've got a customer called Joe Blow. And he brings us lots of referrals. So we want to, as long as I spell referral correctly, we want to know what Joe Blow brings in. So I am going to add in Joe Blow. And there he is there, Joe Blow. I can choose him now on the invoice or quote or wherever. Select that category. You can choose, see this is the selection of the forms that we can choose from, and click Save. Now, let's just say I want to go back to that particular invoice. I'm just going to go to my magnifying glass, which is my search area. And I want to find that last invoice I did for Mary Jones Ballet School. And it was this one here, 1018. Because what we're going to do is we are going to change it from Rick R. To Joe J, which is the new guy that we just added in, and the lead generation was from Joe Blow. So you can see how that fits in nicely with your particular invoices, and you can see this has been approved as well. And we save and close. Now, to add in a custom field, everyone, all you need to do is click Add Field, and this is where you would add in the name. Now, the data type, I chose drop-down list for all of mine, and you can see how I just kept adding items and items, and there's 100 different ones that you can add, okay? If I wanted to, I just want a field where I can add in a text and a number. It just says text and number when you go into the invoice, just a number, just a date. I quite like the drop-down list, as you can see. So you named it, and then this is where you filter. Is this to do with sales? This is to do with transactions, supplies, projects. So you can see you can add in different fields on your invoices, quotes, transactions. So if it's a transaction, it might be an expense or a bill or a check. If it's a supplier, it might be an expense, bill or check. If it's a project, it might be all of these. Right? So it just depends on what you want to see and what you want to filter for your particular reporting. So let's go into this reporting, shall we? So we'll go into reports. And before I go into the new reports for the revenue recognition, I'm going to show you Performance Center. Look at this, everyone. And this is without you touching anything. Look at this. You've got COGS, which is your cost of goods sold over time, this year to date, this financial year to last month. This year, you can really streamline some of these reports so you can see what your business is doing. This is gross profit by time. Let's say this financial year or last financial year. So you can, oh, we didn't do anything last financial year. That's not too good, is it, everyone? This financial year to last month. Accounts receivable will be as of today. Okay, accounts receivable. Now, if this was a real file, I'd be a little bit scared that I've got 3 million outstanding. Accounts payable, again, as of today, 401,000, that might be right. You've got ratio by time, so you can do this month by date, this quarter to date. So you've got some really great analysis reports here all ready for you. You've got revenue by time. You can see net profit by time. What you can also do is you can tailor these around. And if I want to, I can customize the layout. As you can see now, I can say move this one up here. I can, if I wanted to, if I didn't want to see revenue by time, I could delete this as well. That's the accrual basis. Yep, cool. Done. And you can delete these. Let's just say which one do we want to delete? The little 3 dots down the bottom, edit the widget, export and delete widget, okay? And you can also duplicate as well to add notes if you wanted to. So this is a really great area, everyone. So you can create your custom charts just to have a look at it. Quick add charts. If I want to set up, let's just say accounts receivable, there it is there. But if I want to add, but we've already got, I just showed you, you can do it again. So we'll just delete that, delete the widget because we've already got it. Yes, delete. Cool. Now add a new chart in. This is cool, everyone. So if I want to see, let's just say revenue, continue, I can now say revenue by customers, and I want to see by Jason and by say Roy Fisher, we can filter it by different locations. If we wanted to, Victoria, I'll just delete that. Compare it. You can compare it as well. This year to date, so you can play around with this, and I add that to the dashboard. Oh, I need something in here, so I'll just say New South Wales. I think they're in Victoria. Oh, we'll add Victoria as well, actually. That way we don't miss out on any of the other information I want to show you. And now you can see we've actually added this in by Roy Fisher, who is green, the green line, and Jason. Doesn't look as if we've done much at all with Jason. There you go, Jason. We've only done 15,000. So that's a really good little tool here, everyone, that you can have a look at your custom charts, okay? And that is now found in your Performance Center. Under Reports, this is what I want to show you. This is the new, under Custom Report Builder, you can create any new report you like, but we do have Revenue Recognition Report, which is the one I want to show you. And let's just say this is this financial year. Now I'm doing this for a reason. You can see that we did have two, but Roy Fisher and Brian Foots. We did an invoice back in July. They're both 21,600. If I want to, I can quickly click into that invoice and have a look at it, but that's the 1,800 by 12 months and add the GST like we did with Mary Jones on the 1st of October. No, we actually did hers slightly different. That's right. Mary Jones was only 1,500. These two are at 1,800. Now have a look at this. So we did the invoices in July, but the recognised revenue is only $1,800 in July, then $1,800 in August, September, October. When we come to October, that's when we added Mary Jones in on the 1st of October, but only for $1,500. So you can see again, we've got November, we've got the two guys at $1,800, and then we've added in another one for Mary Jones because that's her other store, sorry, her other ballet school, and that was only $1,200 at that other ballet school, and we've got another one for $1,500, etc., etc. So if you have a look at your balance sheet, these will be by month. It won't be when you have a look in July that it blows out to 43,200. This is actually breaking it down by month. So this is cool, isn't it, everyone? So the next thing I want to show you is the custom field and where you can find them in reports, because this will actually give you more information about where your business and how your business is running. So let's go down to Sales by Customer Detail. If you can't recall or you don't know where to find a report, just add in, what it is that you're looking for. You're looking for a customer report, customer balance detail, etc., etc. We're looking for Sales by Customer Detail. We'll click on that, or you could click on Sales by Customer Detail. So this is our Sales by Customer Detail. What I'm going to do is just change it to this financial year. Okay. Let's run that report, and you can see it's coming up with all the sales by customer detail, by different customers. But what we want to do is actually have it showing by the sales rep. Let's click Run Report, and now here you have it. You've got that report that Damien really wants to see from his sales manager, what staff member is bringing in the money. So what he'll do with this one is he'll save that customization, Sales by Customer Detail, add this report to a group, and we'll call it Weekly Sales, add new group, Weekly Sales, add, and it will save to Weekly Sales. And who do you want to share it with? Everyone, and we'll click Save. So now we've got a report called Sales by Customer Detail Report and by Sales. So if we want to, we'll click on that and we'll say Sales by Salesperson, and we'll click Save. And that's all you need to do. And I'll just save that customization to the same one, Save, and we're done. The other thing that we wanted to do is to have a look at the other custom field that we set up, and it was lead generation. We'll click Run Report, and now you can see where our sales are coming in from. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, customer referral. And here's that Joe Blow customer referral that we set up. So you can see where your customers are coming in from and your sales are coming in from. And again, we'll save that customer detail, this time sales by lead referrals. Save, and we'd change that as well. Okay, so that's one way of being able to review what your salespeople are doing. We'll go back into customer reports and we can just quickly pick that up, sales by customer detail, and there it is there. So if you need to review it every week, every month, you'll be able to see it. Just change the dates and you'll be fine. Now, I just want to show you a really quick, if we go back to standard, and we'll have a look at Custom Report Builder. This is where you can create any new report that you want to see. So let's click Create New Report, and we're going to use a wizard, or did you want to start by adding in data columns? Let's just choose a wizard, and let's just say we want to see invoices. And as I type it in, you can see it's going to give us invoices by account, by last month, by last year, by billing postcodes as well. So you can see you can tailor these reports. I'll go invoices by customer name for last financial year. We'll actually change that to this financial year. You can see nothing came up for us this financial year. It's there. And there it is there. So it's this financial year that we've done. Now, if I want to see, if I want to filter it, and I want to filter it by customer name, which it is already, or invoice date or invoice number, due date, amount. Let's filter it by amount, is greater than, let's just say $100. We'll be able to run that report and you can see all the reports now are over $100, okay? Let's go, we'll just clear that. Now we can group it. We can actually group it by customer, by invoice date, by invoice number. So you can really filter this to your heart's content on this one. And again, you can see the different, we can add in the company logo. If we had a company logo, which we don't on this one. And the other thing that we can do is we can edit the columns. If we don't want to see all these columns, just choose columns and then reorder. And then the ones that you don't want to see, if you just hover over the eye and just select that, you can see that you can delete those columns. If we don't want to see accounts, we don't want to see billing code, we don't want to see billing state or shipping postcode. So you can see you've got some great details in here that you can tailor for whatever report you're wanting to see. So if I just close that down, you can now see we've actually changed that report. Let's see the pivot. And there we have the custom report by pivot as well. Chart view, and this is the actual chart if you wanted to take a look at it by different viewpoint as well. So you can see you can tailor the custom reports. We'll just exit out of there. Now, the other really thing I want to show you quickly is under the cogs wheel, reclassify transactions. Let's just say we'll take a look at the profit and loss. You can use the balance sheet. Let's just choose this financial year. So we'll choose this financial year. So we'll go, the 1st of July, not August, the 1st of July to the 30th of September, find the transactions. And then you can see that under purchases, we've got 380,000. And what we've realised is this 380,000 should have actually gone to purchase materials. So if I click into these purchases, and instead of having to drill down into each particular transaction individually and wasting my time, all I need to do is select all, click reclassify, change account to. Now, if I want to, I can actually change it to the cost of sales at purchase materials. Change the GST if you've done GST incorrect. Well, these will just keep it as is. And also classes and locations if you're using classes and locations. So we'll click apply. Before I click apply, just note the purchases is $380,600 and the cost of sales purchase materials is only $48,000. Let's click apply. And you can see really quickly in a matter of a flash, it's now found under cost of sales, purchase material. So you can see that's going to save you a lot of time. The other one I want to show you really quickly is under overview, expense claims. This is where your employee will be able to upload their expenses once you give them the correct permission role in the new roles area. And then whoever your staff member is that can actually approve the bills, and you give them different access roles, they will be found in this particular area and they can approve the actual employee expenses. This is in beta, so I won't actually show you what this looks like. The other one too that I want to show you really quickly is the management report. So you can set up your own management reports. So if we want to have a look at the sales performance, let's just have a look. And instead of printing up different reports as PDFs, let's just preview what you find under management reports. And you can see how nice this looks. You've got 3 different reports, table of contents, and there's your profit and loss. There's your aging detail. There's your sales by customer summary. And you can see if we can save it as a PDF, we can print it off. But more importantly, you can actually send it out. So you can email it out or export as one PDF. So you've also got management reports as well as that beautiful performance center. Now, the last thing I want to show you really quickly is under our cogs wheel, under backup company. This is a game changer, everyone, because this you can actually back up your file. And then let's just say you've played in it and you've done something wrong. You can go back to a particular time. So this is the online backup and restore. And if I had this backed up, it'll be able to tell me when I last backed it up, at what time and what day and what particular user backed it up. So you can see the backup is start backing up company, and it'll actually save it in minutes. Then you can roll it back if you want to. So if you've done something wrong and you've got, oh, it's too much hassle, I can't fix it, you can then go back and actually restore it to a particular time. This is the one I like. So if you're going, say, from a sole trader to a particular company or something else, you need to copy one data from another. This is where you can actually copy it as well. So you can see you can also do a local backup as well. So let's just close that one down. So that's it for today. So thank you for watching. I hope you found today's session informative and you can see some of the great features that will help you in your business. Any queries that you may have, please do connect with the customer success team at QuickBooks by phoning 1-800-046-038, or they've got an online chat as well. So please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.